broken the access code to this game. A game in which your destiny depends upon your own decisions, and where the ultimate weapon is your mind.
Thalass Gaming. Comic book like Toe Jam and Earl.
Well, there's a character in My Hero Academia whose name is Fat Gum.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Fat Gum.
I love him. We love him though.
Any of you guys watch Severance?
No, I need
Yes.
to. Me and Roger been needing to.
We started the first season and it's fucking crazy.
I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it. I'm
It's so
slowly
good.
catching up for
It's very good, but
Good stuff.
like
Invincible.
it's just fucking crazy. Every episode I'm just like, what the fuck?
I think we watched like the first 3 episodes. Then we didn't keep watching.
It's a slow
I don't know
burn
why.
to start it.
I need to watch.
First few episodes make you think, what the fuck am I watching? Why is this popular?
No, it was because David kept going, oh, love that. He wants it so bad.
Just let him have it,
He constantly is like, I wish I could severance my job.
dude.
Same. So
Ugh.
that's kind of the point, right?
I don't know the point. We only got to episode 3. We bailed when he was like an alcoholic. Anyways, should we start? Baba?
Three,
we're
2,
ready.
1.
Oh.
Damn,
Don't
I'm
listen-
muted
don't listen to my
the whole time.
countdown.
I had
Yeah,
at least
you're about
3
like a minute late, Kirby.
I thought we had 5
Oh.
minutes, Connor.
Mm,
I thought you were propagating your garlic.
no.
He
No one
doesn't
knows
have
what that
time,
means.
dude.
I don't have time, we're live.
Don't make him. Alright. It's because our scheduling was so complicated this week. It was so complicated for the outcome to be do what we were always going to do. But we can
Which
thank
is
the
good.
snow.
The
All right.
fuck was that?
What's the link for the music again? In the disc.
Are we
Just-
musicked?
You just
We
bookmark
are.
it. Yep,
Are we gucked up?
got it.
I don't know. It's what
found
came
it.
out of me. Now, is this better on Edge or Chrome?
Always be edging. ABE.
Maybe
Like our favorite president.
like our favorite president,
Bill
What?
Clinton.
I'm confused. I don't
Don't
get that
answer, you're
joke
gonna
even
do it.
some.
Abe? ABE? Come on.
Oh,
That's not where I thought at all. I didn't go, oh yeah, Abraham Lincoln. Abe, his name was an abbreviation for always be edgy.
Yeah.
I did
It all
not-
connects, man. It all connects.
you must have had outdated
where
history
you had
books.
that big hat. Hold on, that edging energy.
Whoa.
That's what it
Edge
was.
energy.
Yeah.
Search.
Ed-
Jesus
energy.
Christ.
Energy.
Energy.
Energy. All right.
Hell yeah.
It's not a good transition, so I'm just gonna take that. All right, as a segue.
Oh, you gotta just rip, man.
Speaking of energy,
Yes. That's one way to do it.
Last time we left on a cliffhanger.
we pick back up in the ruins of Armistead. Been a long day. The Edge of a house on top of someone. There it is. Tied her right in.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. You guys experienced a kind of waking nightmare as you bedded down for the night. Woke up in some kind of repeating of the events of history, re-experiencing the trauma of the fall of the city and the thousands of souls that were lost. Those of you who failed will save, some kind of save. Those of you who rolled the bad dice ended up sleepwalking during your nightmare to a far-flung district, an older district, which an inn started just fucking you up. Effectively, you guys got clapped by a house, but luckily, your friends were able to track you down in time. And that's where we pick up as the early beams of light crest over the walls of the city, and the darkness begins to break as whatever apparition that was animating this house has been, I guess, beaten out of it. The house put down.
Fucking exorcism, just beat up the house.
Dude, just beat that bitch up.
Beat his
Ghosts hate
house.
Ghosts hate haunting a beat up house. Everyone knows that. So that's where we pick up, I believe, Doc quickly recovering after a huge heal from very life-threatening injuries. And
How many death saves did you have?
He had 2 fails.
Two fails?
He had 2 fails.
Ooh.
They were going bad. Yeah, but that's where we pick up in the kind of ruined, what appears to be kind of an old warehouse district where a lot of the wooden roofs and things have decayed, but the stonework and the tiling is left.
I'm just gonna pull my sword out of the cabinet. You know. The hell was that?
Something certainly not on my bingo card. I didn't
We
have,
just fought a house.
I didn't have killer house written down.
I don't think any of us did.
It seemed to be estranged with necromantic energy. I don't know how one would raise a house in such a manner.
Well,
Raise a house.
Anything interesting in there, though, Vic?
cabinets were flying around. A couple bar stools. Speaking of, is there?
So no.
So, are any of these other houses gonna start walking around?
I don't think so.
Did anyone look into this?
I'm gonna check this house here.
What happened? Because we kind of just stumbled upon you guys, and this situation was already happening.
That is true.
Well, when that panic ensued, me and the others ran this way, and then we woke up in the alleyway down past the house. And then we had to fight the house. And then Doc got one hit by the house.
Yeah, I haven't been hit that hard since I told Robin
Yep.
her gravy casserole was too dry. But
Oh God.
That's an inherently wet object. That's all wet, baby.
Is gravy wet?
Mm.
I'm just saying, it still hurts.
Is dry gravy just bread? Like what?
It's powder.
It's just
Powdered gravy that you don't add
flour,
moisture to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or you've cooked it until it's dry.
Yeah. Oh.
It's
We
just
said
a-
reduce it, but
suppose if
Jesus.
We
It's
assume
just
that we're under no
Like gravy crust.
danger.
Yeah.
Vic, we could give the house a once over.
All right. Well,
Might be something.
does anyone know anything about walking houses, or do we need to go in the basement and take the feet off, or?
Maybe we burn the house?
Well, we can. Yes, perhaps.
No, I
I
want
don't
burn
think
house.
I
we
think
need to
we should-
do any of that, really. I think we
And
took
I
care
guess
of it.
yeah, we may welcome unwanted guests if we set up a large smoke signal.
My guess is that this probably has to do with the lost lives here. So maybe we try and do something to put them to rest, at least slightly.
I
Well,
think
we
we
need
should.
to flip that symbol, don't we?
Flip that house.
It's someone suplexing the house that they're fighting.
I mean, if we can go to New Armistead and get that thing, bring it here and flip it over.
That's quite. That's a big journey, right?
I mean, we're on a journey, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could do that, but I mean, in the immediacy, how do we know those cabinets aren't going to start clapping back again?
Well,
I don't
You very
know.
well could.
I mean, anything could happen, really. I mean,
the first time they clapped, we clapped back. I assume if it does it a second time, we'll put it down.
Is there a basement and an upstairs? I pictured both.
The basement is kind of left back.
Oh, that's
a lot. A lot.
oh, that's true. Yeah.
It kind of got left behind.
So
It moved
That house is
entirely
built.
off of the foundation.
I'll go check upstairs for.
It didn't like have feet pop out. It was like a lurching stonework and wood situation.
Oh, I pictured wooden scurrying feet.
Just little.
No, it didn't get little caterpillar
Yeah, more
trusses.
terrifying
Like,
than it was.
Ew.
Pop, 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 pop.
you guys are lucky it wasn't one of these ones with spiked roof corners.
Honestly.
Or had gargoyles
We'll
on
take
it that
the
came to life.
Rules any day.
Ooh, that's scary.
Well, I'm gonna go check upstairs to see if the, I don't know, the beds are haunted or something.
I'll check the ground floor.
Yeah, investigator, if you wish to try something else.
I actually
Let
want
it-
to try something else.
I also would like to try something else.
Fuck my idea, guys.
I want
would-
to go. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
I would like to use.
You guys
religion-
flirting? Hey, you go first.
You hang up.
You.
No, you can look first. It's the house.
I'm going to. I would like to use religion to see if there's anything that
Ugh.
stands out
Always
from
bringing
what an
religion into this.
ordinary house would be. If there's
Mhm.
any ties to why it came to life and did what it did.
Yeah,
And
make
anything
that.
relating to Tesuliet.
Religion, that
Ooh.
check.
11.
It looks like a tavern.
Squeaky clean.
I just want to go upstairs and look outside one of the windows and use this vantage point to kind of see if anyone else is watching the house.
Okay.
Eight.
You pull back the shutters, and there's just another fucking house right next to it. It's the one that's next door.
Yeah.
Beautiful view.
It's like 2 feet away.
I didn't think of that. Well, there's nothing up here.
Nothing down here either. Oh, must have been a freak accident. Nothing else to look for here.
I would like to go and just peek into the basement from the ground floor where it just like left it. I'm just gonna peek inside.
I'm gonna go with Elias.
Yeah.
With the party.
Just a quick over scan. Nothing.
Perception.
Not great, but okay. 18.
It looks like stone cobbled walls and the remnants of some barrels and things like that down here. Seems like it was probably some kind of storage cellar.
Classic storage.
Now, was the house also run into something, or was it?
It wanted me.
Fight Doc, yeah.
Okay, well,
I think maybe it was
what did
mad.
you do to piss it off?
I was jaywalking, maybe.
Well, you ding dong ditched it.
I don't remember that.
Ding. I'm bad at jokes.
Well, I don't remember a lot.
You did get hit
You're
pretty
fine,
hard.
you remember. You just got hit hard. It's not like you almost died, right?
I don't remember.
I
Alright,
hand you a lollipop.
Yeah, sometimes you get hit hard and forget things.
I thought you were gonna ask him if this has happened before, like it was his fault. Does this happen to you a lot? So yeah, you guys are collecting yourself in this far out, far on the other side of the kind of ruins of the palace. In the memory, you remember the kind of castle in the center of the palace on this hill, and you guys have traversed around the far side of it from where the library was and the temple that had the ethereal anchor was on the far side. So you guys are kind of on a new part of the city, which you haven't been in.
Does this part of town look more together in terms of the ruins of Armistead? Like, are things more intact over here?
No.
No? Okay.
It seems a lot like blanket destruction. And from the vision you guys had, like when you would look up,
makes
was
sense,
just fireballs coming in, basically, like artillery style fireball spells that were just kind of shot up at an angle and let to go fall and hit wherever.
Ooh. You guys were all in that dream too, right? That was all something when you were all there.
Yeah.
We all saw it, but what shocks me is that we were in the same place, yet in the dream we got separated, then we woke up in different places. It was almost like we were moving in our time as well as theirs.
Maybe we dreamt the same dream, you know? And we just sleepwalked over here. Wouldn't be my first time sleepwalking.
But
It's just
have
odd
you
that
ever sleepwalk in someone else's dream before?
Not a dream,
it
no.
was a bit too connected.
Not someone else's.
August, do you know of any spirits that are big enough to possess a house? Right? I mean, I assume, like, I've heard spirits could control things.
I heard spirits can accumulate into bigger spirits that become more, I don't know, aggressive and
Like a ball of spirits?
Like
kind of.
a tangled mess of souls, where
When
one
we-
doesn't know where one starts and one ends. An amalgamation.
When we first started fighting the house, did it look already partially damaged, like something had happened to it prior, or was it pretty pristine prior to us touching it?
No, it was one of these fucked up buildings.
Yeah.
Does it look like it was... Can we tell kind of what happened to the building? Like, was it burnt to the ground? Does it look like it got hit by something? If it's irrelevant, you can just tell me to stop sniffing.
It looks very indistinguishable in terms, like, it is damaged, it is destroyed like the rest of them.
But nothing outstanding.
But it seems like kind of par for the course. It's not especially damaged or especially pristine or anything like that. It looks like that house decided to just get up and start attacking someone.
And I'll be honest, I have never known a house to do that.
Well, I could hit the cabinets again a couple times, but I don't think that's how they're gonna want to talk.
Don't enrage it.
Maybe is there a way to August? There's a way to talk to the amalgamations of spirit souls.
Not that I know of. We could try to do a seance, but I'm not sure if that would even work.
Well, I don't know what we'd be saying, but we can try.
Well, if the house died, can we speak with dead? We killed it.
I mean,
what languages do houses speak?
I'll hold up a couple cups.
I don't think I even have the ability yet to speak with dead.
I'll go take some of those large pots and I'll just kind of like start hello inside different ones of varying sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that totally happened.
Hello.
I don't think we're gonna get anything trying to drag it out. I think it would just.
What if we think about the dream a little bit longer? So
Okay.
from our perspective, we just saw you guys. Well, we didn't see you. We saw a
Well,
big
we
crowd
saw-
happen, and then,
Yeah.
well, where were you guys running to?
We were just in the heat of the panic. We were just trying to get away.
But then what happened?
We got into an alleyway, getting away from the stampeding crowd, and then fireballs came down. We woke up in the alleyway.
I got hit by one pretty directly.
You look fine.
But you woke up with August and I.
Yeah.
So if you were out there and they were out there, you ended up with us and they didn't. That's what
I'm saying, what if they weren't even out there?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I don't either. Something odd is going on here. I have a sneaking feeling.
I would agree.
Could I make
Something about this house hitting me.
I've never seen a house come to life.
I feel weird just now walking away from the house. I know this is a long shot because I have -2 intelligence.
Oh, God.
Is there something like my brain, not Vic's brain, wants to know if there's like a phylactery or something that maybe that would house all these souls, but Vic would be like, oh, where's this fucking soul where's the meat pie of the soul? So can I just
What?
try to figure out?
Roll Arcana.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
3.
That's fine.
There's something afoot.
Just grabbing up I'm grabbing another pot. Hello? Nope.
Could
Hello?
be one of these pots that the spirits get stuck in pots like water.
I mean, these hold things. So I couldn't. I don't know. I'll try cup. Hello?
Elias, you believe we need to bring something from the past to the present.
I mean, it's not even from the past. It's in the present. It's just flipped over in Armistead. That pillar we saw in front of the cathedral is in Armistead.
New Armistead.
Maybe worth a shot. At least we can
But that-
just try.
That thing was massive, though, so transporting it's going to be a chore.
And how are we going to get out of the city with it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, those of you who have maybe been to New Armistead or from Rellandor, familiar with it, know that it is a holy relic worshipped in the square in Armistead.
Yeah. That'd be like stealing
Like
Another
something-
holy relic.
something large in front of a lot of people.
Like a document on how to regulate a country.
Yeah, but it's a symbol of Tasuli upside down.
Yeah.
Wouldn't your god want to take it back to where it goes? Instead of being a symbol of some false god that you so fully, wholeheartedly hate?
That's a good point.
No, yeah, I believe you do have a point.
I mean, I'm not saying like, yeah, we just go into town, grab it, and come back, put it in our pockets. But I think if we want the spirits to rest here, I think they need that back. They worshipped it too, it seemed like. It was in front of their cathedral.
That's true. But the logistics of making that happen is what worries me.
I mean, it's gonna
Considering
take
that there are
time.
so many people in New Armistead and so many eyes on it, and with the current cult, the way that it is growing, I'm sure
I'm just
that
saying
they're-
it doesn't need to be done in a week.
Well, regardless of whether it's done in a week or a year, I think that will still be the main issue we have to figure out.
Yeah. I'm just saying if the unrested spirits here is something that's going to linger over us, then that's probably a way to fix it. If it's not, then we just leave things where they are. I don't know.
And we may have to dismantle the cult before we're able to
It'd be
achieve.
very hard to walk in there and take that big ass thing out of there.
Or maybe we don't even need to bring it back. Maybe we just flip it over there.
That's also true.
Could be some sort of anchor that ties both cities together, the same name.
If
It
I'm
would
not
also be
mistaken, I
easier to
think it
try.
needs plugged in, some sort of power source.
Yeah,
That was true. Yeah, the wiring.
maybe that's why they're collecting the wiring.
Do you think they mean to use it as some sort of power piece there?
I don't know that much. But it was surely important that long ago.
Maybe
You guys
we
would
should-
recall too as well the caravan was heading east, and New Armistead would be directly west.
Mm-hmm.
I think looking into the caravans would be worth immediate priority.
You want to go east then?
Well, at least see what they're doing with it. If what they're collecting is connected to that pillar, we may be able to gain more insight into what it was used for, or if it has a higher purpose, or if they're doing something nefarious. We know they're up to no good.
East is through the mountain pass, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That
Sorry,
will
I don't know if
also-
you mentioned, was there a number to the wagons? Like how many there was in the caravan?
They were very far off.
Oh, yeah, it was hard to tell. Okay.
Yeah, it was like banners, dust cloud caravan kind of situation.
Ooh wee. Okay.
And the rumor of that lost city was also east through the mountains.
Yeah, it's true.
That was far, yeah.
The
Like half
Stormborn.
the continent.
We may be able to get two birds stoned at once.
Okay.
Hey, not to change subject, but Elias, do you think you would have any information on that pillar
No.
in that little arm of yours?
Mm,
Don't you
I
have
don't-
like access to a bunch
I
of
only have
information?
access to the books I've given.
Okay.
And
you
I don't
check
think the
it?
books I've given. What?
Are you checking it?
Yeah, I'm checking. I remember in a dream I grabbed a few books, but I just found that
You did. The books in your dream are not it.
Oh.
They did not come into your like indexed list of what you had. But you do see something new. It is a note. It says, Warden, I see that you've added some new text to the library, and from your predecessors, no less. I was concerned that I made a hasty decision adding you to the ranks of my wardens, as you are the first in many years. But I see that my chance has borne fruit. The Ink Wardens of the past had enclaves in every major city to act as remote coordination hubs. These enclaves were usually hidden in important districts of the city's nearby courts and libraries and other important buildings of note. You should be able to utilize these with your mark if you come upon them. Now, I regret to say that I've been in the library for quite some time, and I am starved of much of the news from the outside world. Could you, in your searches, target texts of history and current events, specifically after the time of the death of Donan? I would be quite interested in adding those to my collections. Also, as an aside, could you find the current state of House Stormborn and their history in that time? Thank you, Warden. Knowledge is power. Signed, Colleen.
Oh. So, I need to find...
I got the note here to add.
Perfect.
Huh.
Oh, look at this. And I just slip it out of my arm.
It's like a very fancifully written script, like fancy cursive on like a fine piece of vellum, like scroll.
Huh.
Like bougie.
Okay.
That's the... Yeah, after you put the note in there.
All right. Well, if we're reading again, I'll let you guys to it, and I'm gonna go back upstairs and do a proper investigation.
Yeah, you can roll investigation.
That's a natural one.
You go straight back to the pots. And
Fuck, it's that house again.
You're sure
Hello?
these pots have something to do with what happened?
I'll assemble some pots and pans, and cauldron maybe, and all right. Well, I got everybody a pot of different sizes. Maybe we all can talk into them. Try to talk to the house all at once. I'll pass them out.
We can entertain the notion. I'll grab my pot and just have it ready right in front of my face.
I don't know why, but I immediately pictured him just like throat singing into the pot all of a sudden. Just like, all right.
Well, go ahead. Don't be shy.
Hello, house.
Please, tell us your name.
I'm gonna pull out my device and detect magic on this pot.
It is a mundane pot.
Evocation.
Make a deck save.
Fireball.
Deck saving throw. Everyone within 150 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna speak fireball. Do you think that the Ink Wardens are old enough to... Do you believe that they have one of these outlets, perhaps in the Lost City? Though, I guess it probably wouldn't help much with your current events quest.
I'm not sure. I mean, the only way to find out is if I feed it information based off this note. They'd be able to share with me information we don't have. So,
Make up some information.
Elias,
they-
you remember back to your initiation to the Ink Warden And when you were inside the Library of Colleen, there was thousands, tens of thousands of books there. And from the note, you feel like if he has so many books, how would he not have such common books, like general histories and things like that? So you have a feeling that the collection has been stagnant for
For a long time.
a long time.
Yeah. I'm probably the first ink warden in hundreds of years.
We could always go back to a more modern library and borrow some literature.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be stealing, but yeah. I don't care either.
We intend to give it back.
He's stealing to be accurate, but I'm in.
It's for the greater good.
By the greater good, I mean us.
House?
It's not working, Vic. It's okay. You tried.
Oh, I'm out of ideas.
We appreciate it.
Does the house emit any magic? Just curious.
Just the magic
Not
of watching
anymore.
Vic talking into bots.
But I guess we choose a direction.
Would it
West or east?
be
East
crazy
or west?
to go knock on another door?
Yes, they're all in ruins.
You can just walk right in.
There's nothing to knock.
Well, perhaps we fulfill your Ink Warden's desires. May become fruitful for our ventures in the future. So perhaps it would be best to head west.
I think west is a good idea because if they have a library, then we could learn more about the land in between going east, you know? I don't know
Oh,
much about it.
isn't West like full of Taste Juliet?
Yeah.
Creepy crawling everywhere.
Correct. We'd have to try to blend in.
Ivan, can you do that?
I did it before.
It's hard for
Ah.
me to
I
blend
can
in, but
steal
I'll
my
try.
flavor.
Feel like we should check out the wagons, but that's just me. Don't let
Do it.
me.
Do we take a vote?
I also was kind of leaning go east.
Let's take a vote then.
East.
Hands up for east.
All right.
Oh,
West it
that's
is.
it.
Can we put two hands up, maybe?
I be honest, I don't know direction.
So, do you want to go see New Armistead, or do you want to go see what those people have in the wagons?
I do not know what you're talking about.
In these two vote, what direction you vote?
They voted wagons.
Wagons.
Oh, I like wagons.
Yeah, you know the cardinal direction, wagons.
All right, so we're split then. This is great.
Maybe-
This
I'll
is great.
see you guys soon.
Alright.
You know.
I'll pull out a
Just
coin.
split up 3 and 3.
I'll pull a coin out from my pocket. All right, Elias. Heads west, tails east.
Let's just go east. I think, overthinking about it a little more, I think east is a good idea. Mostly because we don't know what they're doing with that weaponry,
That is.
question
Yes.
mark.
That's why we must go
At least just
wagon.
to take the peek, any info in those wagons or on those wagons, or even, side
That is true.
conversations from whoever's
We don't
transporting.
have to. We don't have
If
to get
we just come back.
engaged.
If it go really well, we can take the wagons west. Just kill everyone.
Yeah, maybe.
Go get new wagons for a long
Well,
journey
I mean-
west.
Yeah,
you guys know,
gather
kill everyone.
yeah, maybe Siddle, maybe that could. Best case scenario, they give it all to us and we take their wagons. Yes.
As long as you remember to rage.
Hmm?
And you know,
First, we gather
kill
information.
everyone.
I'll pick up my whip that I left outside before I ran in the house. Well, anything else do here, or maybe we go
No.
now?
I think it's good
Do
to
we-
go now.
Do we
I think
need-
have
gotta-
all the
Time is of
info
the
we
essence.
Rest before? How do we...
I'm
Doc,
alright.
Are you okay? You look...
We literally just woke up.
Yeah.
Well, those of you that failed the check do not get the benefit of a long rest.
What if we go investigate where the soul tether thing was? I mean, we didn't. We kind of just woke up from the dream and scurried
Go
over
to the
here.
cathedral? Yeah, we can go check it out.
Not
Maybe
best
there's
to
some
stay while here.
sort of. Maybe there's some sort of remnant of something that we can use.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
You guys doing that?
Yeah, I think
I
we're
think
gonna go
so.
check out the ruins of the cathedral.
All right.
Yeah,
How do you guys? What's your approach to moving through the city?
Double taking every house.
Yeah, flinching.
So would you describe it as a slow and careful approach?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
in terms of D&D speed rules of like
we're
normal,
flinching at
careful.
every foot. Yeah.
My
Okay.
weapon is drawn.
Okay.
I don't know if a house is gonna fucking reach out.
You guys.
What the odds of two houses attacking, guys? Don't be scared.
I think it's low.
Odds
Vic
of one house attacking all this stuff.
and
Low.
who else would be on a high peaked alert? Make perception checks for me. As
I would.
I
Doc.
definitely would.
Doc for sure.
14 for me.
PTSD is considered alert. He's just scared.
Gentleman's 27.
I rolled a 4.
He's just like fucking. Whoa.
He's just a
He's got
full
two
GI
black eyes.
chihuahua, dude.
He's not an effective alert. He's just afraid.
Yeah.
Somebody steps on a log that's next to, you know, a wooden board that's pressing against a pile of loose rocks and knocks it over, and Doc like jumps and dives behind the nearest pile of rocks. That's some bricks fall over. Oh. But as you guys are slowly crossing town, it's a few hours travel at this pace through the ruins. 27 perception?
Hell yeah.
Ringing out as you're going, Ivan, you hear ting, ting, ting.
Hold up.
It's like a
I start freaking out.
metallic ringing, a toolish sound.
What'd
Sounds
you
like
hear?
someone is hammering something.
You sound quiet, Billy. I don't know if your volume is down or something.
Sounds like someone's hammering something. Do you hear that? Metallic ringing.
I don't think I
It's
do, but
very faint. After he points it out, you can barely hear it. It's very surprising. You guys have picked it up from some distance.
Oh,
I don't hear it.
He's scared.
And his heart is blood is pumping in his ears. That's all I can hear.
He's just like
which direction?
wagon.
Hell yeah.
Good call, Siddle.
It's generally inwards towards kind of not exactly towards the cathedral square, but that area. That area you guys are in, the square had larger, more grand buildings in it, so it could be from anywhere in that kind of area from those.
I could try to get a vantage point.
can go
see
look.
what's going on.
Be careful. I'm gonna cast guidance on Vic.
And I'll go along with him, and if I can help action whatever we can, I will.
All right, I'll try to sneak up. I prefer getting on top of a building or something, and I
Yeah.
can.
You get some climbers kits and stuff.
I have a
Right?
grappling hook and climbing gear.
I think with that, you don't have to do too many checks as long as you're careful and like take your time about it.
Yeah.
27 got you guys. You picked this up from a distance here.
That is the kind of senses you get from being paranoid for years.
Doc, you're on your way.
He's just like, he's looking around the corners
Shell-shocked.
down there. He's got it back against nothing because he doesn't trust the walls.
Well,
No
I guess
corner.
we'll kind of get up to a building that I'm kind of picturing getting next to or on top of some sort of building that overlooks this main square area that the sound's coming from.
Yeah,
And I
you
would
probably find an
climb up and I'll
spire,
grappling
maybe
hook
45
down,
feet.
secure the grappling hook, and lay it down for Elias.
Yeah, it's probably 45 feet up in the air. And it's not a perfectly unobstructed view, but you've got it's
Yeah.
a local maximum. Make a perception check with advantage. As you guys help action. I think give it guidance as well.
Might use it. You know what? Fuck it. I'll use it. Actually, never mind. That's not Spartic. 28. The guidance.
Ooh.
You rolled persuasion.
You're right.
I think they-
You guys are
Come out from there. Stop hitting stuff.
you guys are convinced as fuck at whatever he said.
Natural 20
Oh, amazing.
for 26. Elias, this should be a good spot to see from.
You see just peeking out as like the collapsed roof of one building goes through the alley of the two buildings behind it. 4 gentlemen in dark robes, bent over hammers and chiseling, would appear to be the front of a facade of one of these large buildings, probably, that has some of this wire.
My natural 20, are they Tsuliat robes?
Yeah, they're black.
No perimeter watchers, or just the 4?
It's just the 4, and they're kind of just.
Is there a wagon with them?
They don't have a wagon on them.
And what are they? They're taking off the facade of a building?
They've all got like hammer and chisel to the stonework.
Elias, do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
The hell are they doing?
Fucking picking at something.
Well, should we go pick at them?
Should we go ask them?
I don't think so. Unless you want, unless you picture, like, what I'm picturing is, like, having their hands tied up and then asking them with my fists.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I've
Alright.
never tied anyone up before.
How'd you get up here? He always pops out of
Sneaky as son of a
nowhere.
bitch.
I've interrogated a lot of people, though.
But this is the first one I've come across.
He's just hanging from the rope.
Why don't you just keep an eye out, head back down, and relay the info?
Baby.
All right, I'll stay up and see if they move at all.
Yeah, I'll rope back down, and I'll head over to the guys and so we found the noises, where they're coming from. There are ways that way, but looks like they got Tsuliat black robes on. And they're picking at a side of a building. Not sure what, but just hammer and chiseling. I'm guessing, and I point to Doc, I'm guessing they're getting more of that green ore stuff. I don't know what it is.
Well, we should probably press them for information.
That's what
They
me and
could-
Vic said. We're thinking tying them up and questioning them with our fists.
Well,
All
it's
right.
certainly the start of a plan.
You know, I haven't used my surgical tools in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you have a suggested plan of attack?
I think catching them by surprise is probably the best way. It's how I like to do it, but they seem busy. If we can distract them. What?
I'm just thinking that after the if you chain them up, they get a little hope, and it's just dark as fuck. That's how I like to interrogate my prisoners.
With a little hope.
I like to sneak up on them, catch them unawares, and then lock them in a door with a chain on the outside, so their hearts sore for that second. Sorry, I've interrupted.
It's okay. But Vic's keeping an eye out. He's on that building there.
Oh, I think that might be the best approach then.
All right. Then follow me.
Or is just gonna leave Vic up there?
No, he knows. He knows what he's doing. He's Vic.
Yep.
All right.
They're leaving me.
And yeah, I'll start leading them the way in the direction of where we saw that group. Not getting up close, but I'm definitely gonna be on the stealth.
All right, let's do a group stealthiest check.
You included?
I assume you're progressing. You're several hundred
Yeah.
feet away.
Natural 20 for me for 26.
Exciting.
Natural 1.
Ooh, the opposite.
Almost another 20. 16 for the
Okay.
clown.
I would like to use my. Wait.
Also, I don't know if any of you guys noticed,
Wait.
but they fixed it.
I would like to use my alert ability. I would like to swap my initiative with Vic as long as he is willing.
We're rolling stealth, but I appreciate that.
Oh, never mind. I thought we did roll initiative.
Oh no, we're stealthing.
Perfect.
Can I guide myself?
You can't. It is allowed.
You're still guided, Vic.
That could help.
That was a nat 1. I think it's auto fail.
9.
Ooh, nice.
That'll do it.
Yikes.
I rolled an 18. No, I rolled sleight of hand. Whoops.
God
Same.
damn.
It's the same score.
You gotta hit the right button. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to press you here.
Same.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Amazing. We told you, Clay. Jeez.
Look, I don't ask for much, but I ask for hitting the right button.
That's fair.
That is so fucking.
Click on the right fucking button, and we'll keep the roll. How about that?
That is so funny that it was the fucking same.
18 with guidance.
August 17. All right. You guys. Vic nearly tumbles off of the fucking roof here, gathers himself. And Vic, as you kind of sit down low, as the brick noises fall and like the tumbling,
Yes.
they kind of like, you see their heads, you're looking right between a crack as you're right over the edge. See their heads kind of lift up. And then just faintly, it's like, there's too many noises in this place. And they get back to chiseling. You guys, after that tense moment, are able to get close, right around the corner of buildings.
Thank God for group checks.
I don't know what you mean by that. Alright, Elias.
Yeah, I'll kind of just make eye contact with everybody and like pull out my sword and get in like Aragorn stance.
All right. If we're within,
It's a lot shorter. It's only so tall.
are we within 30 feet of them? as a group? Or am I?
I've got a longsword now.
Sure.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast Rhyme's Binding Ice. As I shed a cone of icy scariness.
So, can you guys explain to me this jump that's happening?
I'm just picturing myself peeking around a corner and catching them within my line of sight, and then I'm just whipping a spell at them.
Mm-hmm. What's
With
the
the
rest of
group-
the gang? What's your
Right when I
what's your-
see any sort of engagement, I'm charging in full force.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how closely they're grouped together.
relatively close?
Alright, well, like within 20-foot diameter?
Diameter? Probably, yeah.
Alright, that sounds like a good time.
How many of
So
them
I'll
are
prepare a fireball.
there?
Oh yeah, you get fireball with that stuff?
Yeah, because I'm a light cleric, so I get a bunch
So
of
you
fire
just
spells.
Fuck them up,
That's
cleric.
fucking badass.
Do we say how many there were?
4.
Okay. I've only got one rage left because I didn't get the long rest.
okay. Bro, why
I
are you
think
saving
we'll
them? What are you gonna save them
fuck 'em
for?
up. I don't. Maybe there's another
For sleep?
house.
You're gonna be fine.
All right.
You're not gonna see another house if we don't make it through this.
I'm gonna rage, and for my what do you call it? I'm gonna do. Keep talking. I haven't chose what feature
What
I'm gonna
boner
get.
you're gonna pick?
Yeah, I might not. So
August, what are you doing?
I'm gonna, as soon as they hit, I'm gonna hit one with a Starry Wisp cantrip.
Alright. Doc?
I'm gonna see all this happen and just go, what the fuck happened to interrogation?
Alright, everybody
There
do
will be
attack.
there will be plenty
Can we-
of time to interrogate.
Can we roll all our AoE damage first?
Sure. Do they all fail? Mine's a save.
I'm gonna
Mine's also a save.
I'm gonna use the claws. What are we saving, or what was the?
No, we're casting spells that they're gonna
Oh,
save from.
Okay, thank you.
As
Oh,
these
what's the
icy
DCs?
hands crawl at them and try to latch them down.
What's the DC?
Oh, sorry. Con save 15.
How do you get the fucking dice to pop up? Like, on the right side of D&D Beyond or the left side?
For the log, you mean?
I've got the game log up, but I can't, like... Oh, do I have to be in somebody's sheet?
Oh yeah, you have to be in a character sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I made a good GM character at one point, like a private one for the other campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so... One of those passes
Yeah, like cotton candy dice.
for...
For mine?
Yeah.
Okay. On a failed save, I'll roll the damage, but those 3 that failed are also reduced to 0 speed.
Okay.
They are basically grappled, I think. Hindered by ice for a minute or until another creature within range uses an action to break the ice off. So they're trapped there until someone else breaks them.
Oh, okay.
Incapacitated. Have
I don't
disadvantage on
think
dex?
so. But they take 16 cold damage.
Okay.
Their speed is just reduced to 0.
Okay.
And then fireball damage, they all fail fireball check.
There you go.
24 points of fire damage.
They're all dead.
Oh,
God.
And then I'm gonna immediately run up to one and cast Cure Wounds.
He's dead.
Alright.
dang.
I'll just run in like, what the? As it's like
Absolutely
ice, fire, like explosion.
I got the
Ivan?
claws out. I'm raging. What?
Well, to be fair, most things that we have encountered have lasted way longer than that.
I start putting out the singed cloaks.
It's like weird. It's like slushy fire. Some parts are frozen, some parts are smoldering.
Well, that was an impressive combo.
Again.
We just do it again. We get our old friends.
I apologize. I may have been a bit overzealous in my choice of how to handle that situation.
That's okay.
I honestly expected much more resistance.
Honestly, so did I. But I'm gonna take a thorough investigation on these bodies.
Pat the bodies down.
Yeah, pat the
I wanna-
bodies down.
I want to
What
look
they're
at what they were
picking at.
Yeah. Investigate. Whoever's investigating. I heard 2 at least.
I'll give a guidance for someone who's investigating.
Take it.
I think I got a 10.
Tenor, and a 3 + 4.
Oh, it did it for me.
You can't fucking investigate.
You never
On
investigated.
the bodies.
8.
These guys, they were harvesting, chiseling out. You see them with this like facade of a building seemed to have glowing kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Engraved like art that would glow with this metal on it, like
inlaid.
Yeah, very like artistic, and it would probably glow from what you guys have seen. It was just like this very artistic mural on the side of this building that these guys were harvesting this metal from. And they had various, like, you know, if you picture the seams like kind of bent out of like around the chiseled metal where they're like chipping off some stuff and then pulling it out with like pliers or tweezer kind of things. They were harvesting that. As you guys are looking around, you do see that they're wearing symbols of Tesuliat. But in one of their pouches, as you guys are looking around, you find a larger, I don't know, maybe 8 to 12 inches tall, 8 to 12 inches on one of these guys.
Thomas?
How tall was it?
They win.
They win. Jesus Christ. That can't be real. I'm sorry.
You find a larger symbol that looks just like the ethereal anchor, but it seems to be like it was molded out of this metal. And it seems to be slightly, so it kind of has like the you guys know that like glittery paint that has like the two-tone black green depending on like when the light goes on it. That's kind of the tone of this metal. It kind of has that refractory property of like different ways you look at it. It looks different, but you almost see like a swirling energy going through it.
The
This
hell
the
is
same
that?
Shit that we're used to seeing, right?
The metal is the same shit, but it has a kind of occasional a dim flicker of like it's got a charge, it's magically doped perhaps, or something is slightly different about this one, and it's the largest one you've seen.
My eyes are gonna slowly pan over to Doc and August, the other magic users. It's kind of like,
I should probably hang on to this. Do you know anything?
I don't even know if you should touch it.
Oh, it's fine.
Have I seen this material before, whether between my background? Like, was it around the house?
Not around the house.
Okay.
No. I think the first time you saw it was in the mines of Wharftown.
And when do you figure out what this is?
Well, August, if I were to give you access to one of these unfortunate corpses, would you feel comfortable asking it questions? When I was an informant for the Baoli, sometimes the people they wanted information from didn't necessarily speak as you and I do, but rather were animated from dead to be interrogated. It's not something I'm accustomed to. It's not something I've done often, but it may be helpful in this situation.
I could absolutely try my best. Though I have heard sometimes with those who are loyal or devout, they have the ability to skew their answers or deny us answers.
We'll see what we can get.
Is there a pair of salvageable robes and necklace here?
That's what I was going to ask too.
Yeah, with some sewing and repairs, you guys could probably patch up some.
Do that for us.
You got Taylor's kit?
I have a disguise kit.
Oh, I have a disguise kit too.
And I run a fashion store, so I'm hoping that works in my. So
Yeah, I'll start grabbing the robes for that.
That's how he always broaches the subject. I run a fashion store, and
I
I'm
have
hoping
a
that
fashion
works
store.
in my favor.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll gather everything and I'll find the. Were there any of the corpses that looked like they were adorned with more ornate garments than the others, or are they all dressed the
These
same?
guys look pretty basic.
An extra tassel.
Yeah. I'll take the most intact one. And I will.
Maybe the one that had the symbol itself?
Or
Yeah.
has a mouth.
Yeah, the most.
You got a mouth.
You got a mouth from 8 to 12 inches.
And I will.
Jesus Christ.
So typically,
Oh, I hate it.
when
The
I
object's
would resurrect a corpse, the Baoli would get about 5 questions before the corpse lost its animation.
We'll make
And
it
I will cast Speak with Dead.
All right, the head of one of them kind of lifts up and looks, eyes open, staring kind of sightlessly into the sky.
All right, I haven't done this before, so forgive me, but we were watching you. Why are you gathering this metal?
Archbishop's orders.
All right, someone write this in the notes.
Yeah, yes. Okay.
Quick, write it down.
Write that down. Write that down.
Where is the Archbishop?
The cathedral at New Armistead.
Why does he need the metal?
Great question. Great question.
Tenacious D would be perfect.
Containment.
You say containment?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said payment.
Pavement. He's just making a.
No, payment, not pavement.
Oh. No, I said
He's just-
containment.
Okay.
Redoing his basement.
Yeah, he's just give me some favors. This fireplace is gonna be cute.
What is he trying to contain?
Souls.
Whose souls?
I don't know.
That's it. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is.
All right, do the next one.
I can only
Do
do
it again,
one
do it
more.
again. That was lucrative.
That was crazy. That was almost better than the house.
I don't know which one was more terrifying.
There's 4 more. You got 3 other ones if you want to. That is totally within your.
I only have one more spell slot to do it.
That is the question.
Yeah, maybe we find in.
Oh no, I don't, because I cast Fireball. So that's it for me.
Bum, bum, bum.
Alright, well, we got some information at least. It looks like he's trying to contain souls.
Yeah. Well, this goes back to our previous question. Now I'm not Team Wagons.
Yes, I think I'm Team Least.
But all this shit's going east. Or wagon. So who says he's trying to contain souls in New
Maybe-
Armistead?
That
not
was
the only
going to
one
be that was going to be my question if I was to ask one, was where will the souls be contained? That
Well, damn it.
Well, we do know that the anchor itself
is in New
goes to
Armistead.
the other side, correct? So, my fear is, especially with cults like this, they tend to sacrifice themselves or their own.
That would explain the extra backpacks.
There was not extra backpacks.
Oh, I thought there was extra supplies.
There was the appropriate amount of backpacks for the 4 people that are dead.
Oh no, at the first camp we saw, right? Is that
Right.
where you were- Yeah.
Yeah.
There were no people
There-
there and backpacks there.
There was more stuff than should have been.
Now, Doc, is that what the little thing is? Well, not little, but
The
12-inch.
Stop.
The average size thing.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Have you guys?
Are there
guys seen
souls in there? Like little souls?
Perhaps.
Well, let's
You wave your
bust, it,
stick at it.
let's bust it open.
I don't think we want to break it.
We poke it with an identify before we poke it with a stick.
Well, you got a pearl?
No.
Well,
Don't you have some kind of arcane focus?
it doesn't
Well, I
replace
do.
the gold
Oh, that's right.
requirement.
Damn.
Doc, why don't you just create an arcane battery?
If I had the time, believe me, I would. In fact,
I've been making candy.
You've never even made any for me.
If I
Dog's
had
mom
time,
did.
I'd love to do that, but I'm making candy for old Sweet Tooth.
I'll pop another detect magic on it.
It glows with necromancy.
Yeah, that's probably definitely souls in here. I gotta put that in my notes.
Well, not it.
So how do we get them out?
Look, I'll I'll try the crowbar, but I prefer it if one of you smarty pants has a better idea.
Can I do an Arcana to see if
There's a safe way to do it.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
17?
You know that there are lots of spells, usually from clerical orders, that have to do with the dead and spirits and things like that. Probably something of that nature would be the most effective. More than a
And-
crowbar.
That was going to be my follow-up question. Do I know of any rituals that can release souls? Or
Oh, word kill.
yeah, tungsten
There's
ball.
different like protections and things like that. That like protection from good and evil and things like that. That can negate types of negatively cast necromantic spells. Things like trapping a soul would be considered likely a negative or evil kind of effect.
Well, this is definitely something that I could attempt, but I would need to convene with Lathander in the morning. It would require some meditation.
Then how about we take their metal and their supplies for now, head back away from the wagons, and hunker down. At least till we get to New Armistead. We don't have to arrive today, but it seems that all of our paths are leading us there at the moment.
I would agree.
And what they were trying to use their tools to get off, is there still
Yeah, they were like
stuff there?
Yeah.
I'll go that route and try to get what they were getting.
Sure. Are you proficient with masonry tools?
No.
All right, just roll a straight dex check.
Hold up. No. Not here.
They have masonry tools sitting here, so you can pick up their tools.
I can make masonry tools, I'm just not proficient.
8.
Guidance?
You probably get...
Oh, I can guide. 12.
That's average, right?
That's a 25% jump.
8 to 12.
8 to 12 is the average, yeah.
Shower and a grower.
Eight flats, it's crazy.
8 flats is terrifying.
That's a bird.
Yeah, literally.
That's like you gotta carry tape with you to not be like obscene.
That's a kielbasa. That's not.
You're tucking that shit. You're tucking that
Stop.
shit just to go to work.
Your hot dog bunning it between your cheeks.
You gotta full tuck that thing just to go to the office and people not to stare at you. 'Cause God forbid that tuck pops.
That guy have a tail?
You know,
Honestly, bro, God forbid.
you get used to it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You probably get 50 gold. Like 2 or 3 inches of
Of what?
maybe 2 or 3 at average.
Aw.
Average?
You get 2 or 3 of the tip of what they were working on.
And that's plenty.
50 gold straight up, or 50 gold worth of?
50 gold worth.
What a shame.
It probably takes an hour or so chiseling. It's slow work. You guys can also try. It's just 4 sets of tools sitting here.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, I'll help. Well, yeah, let me take a
Everybody,
rag.
you guys can sit here and do what they were doing. No one's gonna stop you from harvesting all this metal.
Yeah,
I'll keep an eye out behind us.
Everybody just drum circles this.
There are only
the
so
check?
many tools,
Oh.
right? I'll keep an eye
If you're
out.
proficient with masonry tools, you can roll a dex check with proficiency, but if you're not, you're rolling just dex.
Everyone didn't want to do the pot thing, and then now everyone wants to do this.
Hey, I participated in the
And I
pot.
appreciate that.
Can I try to strong arm, just like heave this pick at it and see if I can just tear a chunk? Like, really grip into it.
It's a dex check with masonry tools to harvest it.
Okay.
I
mean, the worst you can say is no. I just asked.
You can do
I
that.
got a 12.
All right. So you guys spend a few hours here taking turns.
Jesus.
Chiseling, but you guys end up with about, how many of you did it? Probably 250 gold. Maybe let's call it 300 gold worth of the your Unite metal.
Yeah, I'm being very careful the whole time we're working. I was like, what a
We
shame.
throw that in the hole.
In the hole it goes.
All right, I'm gonna remove it from my inventory. I feel like it's safer in there.
My wife Lenore would have loved this.
The hole?
The mural itself, if you look at the design.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like kind of the negative, like the outlines of a circular like lake with kind of like a nice place to have a picnic. It appears to be in the city somewhere. Kind of a park with trees around it and like the flowing water, the metal kind of goes through as the waves and the outline of the trees and the leaves and the city in the background. But you notice the palace on the main hill that is this. It's somewhere in this city. It seems to be a mural of.
I think August fell asleep. Oh, never mind.
August, were you looking at the anchor? You mentioned it before we got into before we got chiseling.
Yes, I rolled a 17 on an Arcana check.
As you touch it,
It grows. Sorry.
it begins throbbing with energy.
Anticipation.
Oh God, what's his name is back. Fuck, what's his name?
You feel distress, a cry, and energy, a spiritual energy. With a 17, you're confident there's probably more than one soul trapped inside of this right now.
Doc, can I borrow that sending stone?
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Barnaby, are you there?
Hello. I don't remember what he sounds like, but that felt right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We found an artifact about 8 to 12 inches in height.
Average size.
Absolutely, that's what we said. Yes, we found this average size artifact. It seems to be similar to Suliet. I'm not sure if you can do some research on Old Armistead and the anchor that they held near the cathedral. To keep a long story short, we saw this symbol inverted. Wondering if you can find some information and reach back out to me if you find anything.
I'll get right on that.
Perfect, thank you.
I'll let
Mr.
you know if
Barnaby.
I find anything.
Much appreciated.
Average sized artifact? 8 to 12 inches, the average of artifact sizes. Archaeologists are just like another one. 8 to 12 inch artifact. So yeah, you guys spend probably till afternoon here with these various investigations and the chiseling, to where you guys get probably like all in all a good ingot that if you melted it down and put it together, it would probably be about that big. Just under an average artifact size.
Nice.
Smaller than average.
Yeah. If you guys work harder, it'll get bigger.
Can I see that?
That's how you use it, okay? It's how you use it. It's how you use the artifact.
D&D's stupid.
Can I see that? Can I see the average size device?
Absolutely.
I don't know why we keep having to refer to it as average size.
I'll take it and
As devices go, it's entirely
He's gonna take it?
Yes.
I do think there's more than one soul trapped in this thing, though. Just so everyone is aware.
and I'll just kind of take it and do a little quick toss in my hand and what if, you know how in the dream world this thing was supposed to guide people places, right?
In the afterlife, yes.
Well, what if we go over to where that was happening? We try to put this the ground or something.
We could try. Well, how did
I
that
don't have a
get-
solution in the meantime.
Because the one device was used to be here, and if we just have a smaller one, what if we go try to mimic that?
I'm down to try it.
I mean, I don't know the repercussions of what happens if souls just get out, but maybe we can guide them.
I assume better than trapped inside.
Well, like a house?
Yeah.
I would prefer not.
If they come out of there, I'm afraid we might have a whole neighborhood.
Doc, you look around to the buildings that are around you, and they're all very large and made of stone.
You want to fight a whole neighborhood?
Or a cathedral?
I think I can outrun a cathedral.
Flashbacks to 30 feet of movement from the...
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right. You
Start
guys
walking over.
return from your detour to your original destination. It's probably 3-ish now in the afternoon as you arrive to the cathedral square, and now all of you, it feels so different after having seen it in the dream in its full glory, in the images of like the pristine shining like marbles in the inlaid circuitry and the ethereal anchor glowing and pulsating with power, now to its destroyed state where the flagstones are cracked in many places and the buildings around are crumbling. The roof of the cathedral caved in, a few of the spires still reaching up into the sky. And you go to the platform in front of the door where you see a large square raised kind of flat marble stone that had a large slot basically where it appears that this was lowered in. It maybe goes down a foot or two into this large stone that the ethereal anchor of Old Armistead was in.
Would you like me to try it, or do you want you to do it?
I was hoping you'd say that. Hand it over.
Yeah, I'll take it. And I will walk to that pedestal. Not sure if this is going to work, but it's worth a try.
It's not really a pedestal as much as like there's a large square of marble that's maybe raised 3 inches above the rest, and then in the center of that there's maybe like this large of a socket where the bottom of the large anchor would have gone through.
I'm gonna clutch my holy symbol.
I will slide it into the socket, even though it's way too big for this average sized thing.
Undo my holster.
You kind of reach down into the bottom of that, and it sits. You still feel the souls inside. As you're leaning over, you see some of the veins along the outside with chisel marks, and then an empty slot where you assume some more of this circuitry was taken out. All that's left is just chiseled stone, and you feel like there's something more. It wasn't just the location, it wasn't just this slot, but some kind of magic that was also needed.
I think we're on the right track, but I think we have a few missing pieces to the recipe. The wiring's gone, the magic is gone, but we do have what I assume is a key.
Key of Souls?
A key to the issue. More metaphoric.
Alright.
Oh, then I think given what we know, we head west.
That's away
Gather
from
what we
wagons?
can there.
Away from the wagons. Now, if we get caught with his average size thing, this is definitely contraband, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would. Yes, but it could also help us disguise ourselves as followers.
I think we should put it in the hole.
It's also maybe 4 to 5 in the afternoon now, too.
Do you
Then we
think
head
you
to the
can fit
outskirts.
that average size relic in your hole, Dr. Phil?
It's a pretty big hole. Have you not seen my hole?
Not in a while.
Wow.
Not since
That's actually
we
true.
met.
Not since you flashed it last time, back at the house.
I also have this bag of holding. I can slide it in.
But
You're gonna slide
if they
that
find
thing
the
in?
bag of holding, they can still get to it. The brooch is a little more
That's very
incognito.
true. That's very true.
It's
Just be
I mean,
careful.
it's still findable, but I think a little less so.
Yeah, I agree.
It's easily stashed on the person.
Hell, I could probably fit this brooch in my ass. Get down to it.
I don't know why it's so much funnier when you just say it after all of our
So casual.
I don't know why that makes it so
I
much
held
funnier.
my breath.
After all of the like dick jokes and things, and then just going, I could put that in my ass.
Crazy.
We got a few more hits on this horse, I think, guys.
To clarify, I was talking about the brooch, not
The average size thing.
I mean, if the
No.
thing is in there, if it's in the brooch and the brooch fits,
It's in there, man.
You know what they say. If the brooch fits.
Isn't there a
The
body in
brooch
that hole
fits.
too?
There's a body. There used to be 50 pounds of sugar.
Is there a body in there? We did put a body in there.
You're in charge.
Whose body?
It also has time dilated properties, so it's like rapid or slowing. No, it's fast.
Yeah, it's fast.
It's rapid decay. It gets worse fast.
Perhaps you could innovate a new propulsion system.
Steve?
I think at the very least it's worth paying, or at least gathering some information from the Archbishop. He may be
Very true.
the missing piece to our missing
Those of you
pieces.
from Relendor would know that the Archbishop acts as the king's closest advisor. And he's very high up the chain.
Perfect. We are low. I don't think many of us have familiar faces, but it would be dangerous to get close to him at least. But I think we may be able to infiltrate if we're very careful. But it will take some planning.
You know, perhaps there might be
I think I'm back on wagons.
a sect of the Baoli in New Armistead. Now, finding them might be tough, but that could be a route to go too. Don't forget, we still haven't made contact with them yet.
Yeah, last we talked to them, they were expanding their network within Relendor, and they asked for your help. And they gave you a contact.
Which happened to get killed by kobolds.
And he had a sending stone that has not been answered.
Actually, it may be best to go after the wagons. The Archbishop's going to do what the Archbishop's going to do. But I definitely, I think we should find out what's going on with the wagons. At least.
Well, from what we saw, the wagons are collecting the ore, or at least the metal engravings.
Where are they taking it, and what are they doing with it?
Yep.
Well, if they're taking all the wiring with them,
I mean, we know what they're doing. They're building some kind of containment field, or device. But
North of the lake, right?
That was where that old city was. You don't know anything about the other.
and that's Endria.
Indria,
Correct.
the old capital that has been lost.
As much as I would like to go up that way and check out Endria, I think I'm not gonna waver. Team Wagon.
As you guys are sitting and discussing all that's happened, the sun begins to get low in the sky.
Do you think we should hide these bodies in case another party shows up?
No.
You're fine.
this could have been any number of things.
Maybe they got eaten by a house.
Yeah.
I think more importantly is,
Party house.
do we travel through the night? Or are
Okay,
we
obviously,
okay
yeah.
delaying our start?
Well, considering some of us didn't get a good night's sleep last night, I think we should take a full rest.
Can head back to the library. I can get us.
Oh, the same place that we, I don't know, hallucinated all night together?
Yeah.
It's safe.
Hey,
Do we know
maybe
that-
it'll happen again, and we can explore
Get more info.
more.
Do we know the outcome will be the same?
No.
Well, at least we know it's not time loop.
Maybe we vote?
This
Yeah,
time.
that's true. I could have killed millions of people.
Yeah, we could have started the whole war.
That was so funny. When you're prepping stuff as a DM and you're like, all right, this is probably what they'll start thinking. They're paralyzed with the fear of the butterfly effect.
Ugh.
Alright, then we rest in the
head back.
library.
We'll head back to the library and sleep in the warden's room.
So as you guys make the small journey to the library from where you are, it's not too far. The shadows grow long. The sun in the sky starts to darken, and you head down the stairs to the old library, the empty shelves covered in the decayed books. You present your warden's mark to the enclave door, and it opens. Shut it behind you. And you all kind of look at each other and like, I guess we'll go to sleep.
I have one more potion of watchful rest that I will do. Ow.
Alright. The night passes, Vic, as everyone sleeps. You all get up.
While they're asleep,
Uh-huh.
gotta use my nighttime here. I'm gonna use these potions.
Nighttime.
I am gonna try to steal the brooch.
From his ass?
Love snaps.
Yeah, make a stealth check.
Do sleight of hand to pull it off.
Just
of
hear
his-
a sound?
I don't. Do you have to do both to
spit
not
on
wake
it
them
first.
up? I don't really. Sleight of hand's probably fine.
I mean, they're the same roll, but
No, you gotta click the right button.
Yeah.
Do you gotta click the right button?
13.
What's your passive perception? Is it half? What's the
11.
rule? It's half when you're sleeping? Doesn't matter if it's 11.
It's 11.
Okay.
There's something about it like going down, but I'm only an okay GM, so I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna try to take the soul thing out and play around with it.
It's in there. You get it.
The first hour, I'd probably just like pull it out, put the brooch back,
In my butthole.
and then just kind of see, like, lay it on the ground and see if it does anything over any amount of time.
It sits there, but you do notice the like thrumming energy inside.
Oh. Are there any seams on it?
It appears forge cast out of a mold, not assembled.
Okay. Don't have any smashing things. I'll
He's
just
sitting there thinking that's the quietest way to smash something.
You got a crowbar.
I do have a crowbar.
Smash me quietly. That's the ballad on my new EP.
Damn. I can't open this room, right?
You don't have the sign to mark. You gotta get him over and present his wrist to the wall if you want to open the door.
I can't do that.
You can try.
You can try.
I mean, he's basically a kid. You know how parents can scoop kids up and transport them to their bed, and they never know. Just take him over there. He's sleeping.
Vic's trying to unlock somebody's phone with their face while they're asleep.
That's so sick.
I I'm gonna start by doing, like, kind of just setting it out in front of me, and I'm like kind of one-handed. Do common sign language, and try to communicate silently to any spirit inside. And what I'm just looking for, like, are they present and can they interact with me?
I want to roll something.
I'm trying to get a read on flickering souls, so I was kind of leaning towards the insight of, like, but
Sure,
I'm
yeah,
also
insight's
trying to,
good. I'm
trying to communicate silently. And if that didn't work, I was gonna.
But I think insight's better. Feels like an intelligence. I was like, could Vic convince himself of a not true thing?
I think this is definitely in the more wisdom area, but
yeah, no, that makes sense to me.
15.
It doesn't appear that any of your external communicators have received a response.
I'm gonna start whispering to it in different languages.
A
And
lot
look
of
for
the
the same
same.
thing. Okay.
A lot of the same. You get
Shake it.
the idea that it's a prison. They're trapped in there.
Yeah.
Prison with no windows.
I'm gonna shake it pretty violently.
Nothing. You get this feeling more and more that they're so deeply trapped. Maybe they can't even move.
Terrifying. I hate that.
Claustrophobic as fuck.
Man. Okay, I'm just gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Alright. As the night passes, everyone gets up, and Elias, when you open the threshold door, you see books on the shelves. The magic light's lit.
No! We're back.
No one feels quite so rested yet.
Should have gave you guys some of this potion.
Yeah, but Vic is feeling fine.
That was
Somehow
awful.
he's doing enough drugs to not sleep for 2 days, and he's the best looking one out of you guys.
We all have a friend like that.
Oh, hell, we're back. Is it the same situation, like if we scurry upstairs?
The library looks the same. You guys have agency in this. But the initial look feels the same.
I'm gonna go check to see if we're in the same loop.
Lock the doors this time.
Fuck it.
As you head up the stairs, you see the palace smashed, smoldering, wisps of smoke.
Different memory or different?
The city, you just see so many different individual fires around, smoldering. This is some point after the barrage. As you pivot around, you see the hundreds of soldiers lying in the square, dead. After they made their last stand where you guys originally found the armor rusted.
So this is after.
I got hit by a fireball, like right there. Can I pat my bag? Do I have an average sized object inside?
It's extraordinarily remarkably there.
What? let's go check on the anchor, see if it's still there.
Yeah.
You guys head out into the just devastation. Bodies have not been taken care of. They're just where they dropped. The few people you see around are walking shell-shocked, covered in soot, full just trauma. Not sure, they don't look like they're there. You guys make your way through the town towards the square. The cathedral's roof crashed in by a fireball, smoking. But as you turn to see the square, you see I don't know the military, but like 100 soldiers.
A garrison?
I don't
War
know.
band or something?
Platoon, perhaps?
Yeah.
I don't know. One of them is the right
Platoon.
word, and I don't know which of them is, but about 100.
Okay.
About 100 of heavily armored, heavy shock troops in rank and file. A few cavalry with a gentleman in heavily embroidered and like fine filigreed metalworked plate armor at the head, standing in front of the ethereal anchor, and the archbishop of this time on his knees in front of them, with a soldier behind him with his sword at his neck. I want to stop eating my string. Archbishop, unfortunately, the negation is spreading too quickly, and we need the power. Donan is dead, and his reign is no longer here. Bast and I have seen what we must do to stop the spread of the negation. And currently, death magic is the best answer we have. And the Archbishop, my Lord Stormborn, please don't do this. The souls need shepherded off of this plane, especially after this attack. If you do this, they'll be trapped on this plane. The bridge between our world and the next will be destroyed. And the Archbishop tries to stand up, and those of you who do magic see him begin to start a spell, and Stormborn kind of waves his hand to counterspell it. And this soldier behind him plunges the sword through the Archbishop's chest. Well, one more soul to stop the spread. And he walks up to the anchor, and a power like you guys have not felt. He touches his hand on it, and this large anchor has a pulsing energy that kind of radiates up from the ground as the souls were using this bridge. And as he touches it and this pulse of magical power goes through it, you see the pulses start colliding, hitting each other, and then eventually it like reverses like the polarity basically of this object, so that it's no longer seems to be sending the pulses up, but taking them in and sending them downwards. That should give us some time. But I fear this won't be enough. and he kind of leaves, and the soldiers begin taking apart the bottom of the statue, and you see some of the clerics that were behind it kind of pick up the Archbishop's body and drag him back into the remnants of the cathedral. The anchor itself is surrounded by a lot of guards. It doesn't feel super attainable to get there without being noticed. But that's what you guys see, is time has a weird quality, like a dreamlike quality. Now it's your second time in. It doesn't feel like a time travel, but a memory. You guys are experiencing a collective memory. Kill the rest of the clergy. And those of them dragging the Archbishop look up.
Can we tell what...
Here.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask if we could tell what they were worshipping at the time. Like, what the clergy... Who the clergy were following. It wasn't Tesulia, right?
No.
It was, yeah, the inverse, or...
Yeah, if there's any, like...
It seems to be a multi, like... As you look at the cathedral, there was multiple... The clergy there were having multiple different kind of... Lathander, some of the other pantheon that deal with shepherding souls. It's kind of a multi-disciplined... this is just a holy relic to help get souls to an afterlife.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
But as he orders the clergy killed, another panic feels like the first one. An overwhelming fear. People that you didn't notice start coming out of things. Very dreamlike panic. You feel the need to run. Since this is your second exposure to this, you can either make a survival like the first time, or you can do a... well, I feel like survival is probably the best. It's a wisdom thing. But the DC will be slightly lower. So make a survival as the crowds start coming in a very similar kind of panic, crowd ensuing. Frothing panic takes over.
I fail again.
11 for me.
9.
And the second time...
I got a 14.
Most of you go, it's okay, we just have to stay calm, stay calm. Elias, as you see the clergy going, you see that these soldiers are dead behind the eyes, and you know that they'll kill anyone in their way. And you feel like you need to get out of here. Men like that don't take prisoners, they don't have mercy in them. You go with the crowd. Similar thing. Taking turns left and right. Till you find another place that feels safe. The rest of you wake up in the Enclave and Elias is gone.
Shit.
How in the
But
fuck
those of you
are
in
we
the
gonna
Enclave-
get out of here?
Those of you in the Enclave do get a full rest. A long rest. So.
Could I do one thing in the memory
Oh, yeah.
before we wake up? I would like to pull out the device and just kind of, I don't know, try to like see if it's any different in the memory, and then also see if like anything if things react to it, because I know they weren't really reacting to us, but maybe they might react to their own if they are those.
Have you ever tried to like read in a dream and it be really confusing for no specific reason? It is kind of like that, where since this wasn't a part of the memory when you're trying to interact with it, it feels incomplete and fuzzy, as it wasn't.
Okay.
It didn't happen. It wasn't there.
Okay.
You get the same kind of confusing, like, what is it? But when you see the anchor, it does look the same. The big anchor is much more ornate and all that stuff, but general shape and, like, it is a small model, and, like, for some reason the shape feels important.
Okay.
But yeah, you wake up and Elias is missing.
All right, we gotta go look for him. Last time he started shooting things in the sky, so look out for his frost flares.
All right, you guys head up the stairs. How are you guys tracking him? What's going on?
Yeah, I'd probably spread out, and yeah, like we found him last time, shooting flares in the air.
All right.
Assuming it's going to be the same strategy.
Make a survival check to try to figure out where he could have gone. Track him.
Natural 20.
Dirty 20.
You guys find a pair of footsteps through the dust. You follow him down roads. After Ivan gave you the initial one, Vic, as you get to this next kind of crossroad where it could go anywhere, you see claw marks on a wall that look like at the last second, as he was running, he grabbed the wall with his claw, changed direction, and went the other way. 2 crazy survival checks.
You could have 21 too.
Why am I so scared?
You guys feel like you're.
It's
you
those
guys are
not
finding
terrors.
the tracks. Elias, you wake up in another smaller part of town. Your legs sore. You look down at your hands, like small scrapes along the forearms. You don't feel rested at all. You're like, fuck. You know exactly what happened this time. But you look around and there's no one else with you. Which is worse. You feel that's so alone. And you check out the alleyway. You go maybe a street or two. You're able to see the palace on the hill, and that's kind of the landmark in the center of the city. I feel like you went the other way this time. Where first you went counterclockwise, now you've gone clockwise around the tower into a business district or something. It seems like there's an old bakery. You can tell by the large kilns packed on the outside. There's a river going through, and lots of, as you're getting these flashbacks, there was these businesses that all had stalls and market stalls out. You're looking, you see a shop, and you remember it in the dream. It was a tailor? No, it was a shoe cobbler. You're just looking at it. Make a charisma save.
Do it.
22.
22. You're staring into it. Feels inviting. I should go in there. And as your foot begins to take a step forward, you go, wait. Nope. Nope, the houses can't be trusted. And as you do that stutter step, everything locks in. The fog around your memory, you reach up, you shoot the ice bolt into the sky. And as you do that, the house... It starts to lurch at you.
I'm just sprinting towards the center of the city now. Just launching rays of frost into the sky.
Help! Help!
We gotta roll... Hold on, let me get the encounter. We're gonna have to roll initiative here.
Another house fight! Yay!
We need to clear. Is everybody clear? Oh, it wants me. You can't restart a house fight. The D&D Beyond encounters, you can't just say run it back. It's not built for that. All right. Roll initiative.
Everyone or just
alive?
Okay.
17. That's good. I feel like this had a crazy initiative bonus. Where is it? It was a DC 17 charisma save. Where the fuck is the initiative?
If it's not on there, it's Dex.
No, it's not, because it's already like thinks the encounter has started.
Oh.
But I found it. It's on the details page, not on the short page. Oof, bad rolls. All right, 17, Elias.
For my initiative, yeah.
You go first.
I instantly bonus action innate sorcery, just to beef me up a little bit, and I'm running away.
Let me find a new house. We'll keep breaking this city we're in just for fun. Here we go. This is where we'll be. Where's Elias? You were right there. I just moved your guy.
Which house is it?
It's this one. The end. Straight down the end here. I love House Bad Guy.
Bonus action. I'm gonna run. I forgot how quickly they run. Feet.
You can cast it on the way if you're wanting to cast a spell or something.
I know, but I'm thinking of action dashing and I'm not sure.
Do it.
Yeah, I might as well. I'm just gonna action dash.
The worst thing that happens is you don't get hit by a house.
Do that to slow it down, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Action dash.
Houses
bonus
are
action.
already slow. They're houses.
All done.
Since everyone rolls so well, you guys are right here. You turn this corner. Is everybody?
Oh, fuck, not again.
And
Hey,
you see the
guys.
house in the background charging after Elias as he's just full sprinting down.
He almost had me.
You guys are kind of far away, so you can decide we don't have to fight it again. You guys probably feel like you could get away, but it is coming. Everyone passed. You guys passed every single find him check, and he will run the initiative roll. So.
What do you think, guys? Real quick.
I don't think we need to fight another house. And I'm sprinting towards them.
Just fucking full like anime background explosions.
Yeah. Just a fucking.
You guys are like,
house.
there he is. He just runs past you.
Pretty
Pull
much.
my bag of ball bearings and then just put it away.
You're kind of unsteady foot the house.
No, and then I'm gonna put it back in my pouch. All right, yeah, we'll run.
All right. If you guys all agree, you are far enough away, and you all can action dash sprint and stay away from it, and eventually charging through. Just boom, you guys are cutting through. It blows through the corner of a house as you guys cut through an alley, and eventually, after enough like left right cuts, you guys are like. And you feel like you hear the crunching and the city being destroyed in the background, but it's farther away.
Let's get out of this fucking city.
Yep.
We'll start heading east.
Wagons.
Wagons.
You guys are going wagons?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, after that, you guys spend a while getting to the east side of town, and at some point you end up a few hours, maybe 11 a.m. You guys are on the far side of the city at this point. You guys come all the way back around to the east wall, and you see the small encampment, much as it was, except those bags were gone. Probably belonging to that small group. In which who are dead now.
Mm-hmm. Sure are.
You get back, you see the scrap, and then after you were taking so much time, Vic, you do see some stone molds that they probably forged it and melted it down into that shape.
Right here?
Yeah, looks like they had a kiln that they'd pack in, and then there's these small, like, stone negatives of the ethereal anchors. You guys look around, you probably are able to piece together relatively easily that it seems like they were harvesting the metal and then casting these anchors.
The small ones?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but how do soul, like, I can piece together how we can make these little things. Sorry, average size. But how did souls get in them?
Think
Magic.
of it as almost like a spiritual magnet, that when a soul is released from its mortal body, it gets pulled towards this anchor, which then lets it transfer itself into the afterlife. But it seems that this has no exit and only entrances.
You guys want to forge one?
I don't know where to start.
Well, there's the molds right there, the cast molds. We got ore.
Or if we wanted to be pragmatic and vengeful, we can trap the souls of those who trap the souls of others.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Mm. Yes, we are talking. We've been talking.
Good old draconian law group.
Do we... I guess we should try and test and see if we can even melt the ore.
That's true. We need some kind of forge or kiln.
Doc?
Yeah, I do have one. Not on me.
They have a charcoal kiln here. They were doing it here.
Oh, there's correction. I do have one on me right now.
Is
How
it
long do you think it would take
in
you
your
to fashion
hole?
one of these bad boys up?
Hour, maybe?
Probably several. The kind of kilns that they have are those big, they're like stone that's packed in clay, and you load it with wood, put the stuff in there, seal it,
Pizza oven.
and then you let it cook for hours, and then you crack it, and you take out the mold. It's not a quick kiln situation.
They don't have
There's
a
no-
puffer and coke.
It's a pack it in and let it cook.
About an hour.
Is
I'll
it-
lie about this.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Well, no, it doesn't seem too long, but do we have all the right supplies? I've never done this before. I have no experience.
We need a crucible at least. Something durable enough to hold. As long as it can resist the heat. Other than that, I think we've got everything we need.
There's a mold here.
Do you have to do any sort of specific magic?
I don't know. I haven't ever encountered anything like this before. Very strange.
Well, you're a scientist, Doc. I'm sure the knowledge is clawing at you.
You cut up open dead bodies and learn about medicine. You could probably forge a thing, right?
Can you make a
Very
soul
similar.
cage?
You're just dealing with spiritual anatomy.
It's very Renaissance.
I'll try it.
All right. Make a.
We have to be out of this town by dark, though.
He says as he's loading wood into this fucking clay kiln.
That's fine.
Make a. Let's call it intelligence. Are you proficient with smithing tools?
Also, no.
All right, make a straight intelligence roll.
Natural one.
It's in there. You know, he puts the metal on the top of the crucible, he lights the thing, and he packs it in.
It's been
and
way over an hour.
It's like 6 hours later. And he's like, it's not ready. Eventually you guys get frustrated and you crack it open and it melted down the side. It like melted partially, partial of it still unmelted. The crucible wasn't sealed right, so that the mold is like, it's leaked out the bottom. You can recover your metal though.
This is the
It's in
most
a weird
limp
melty
dick.
shape now.
Do I think if I threw it, it would come back?
No,
Okay.
you really don't.
Just thought I'd ask.
You're pretty confident if you threw it, it would clang and plop.
You really don't.
You really don't feel like it would come back. In fact, if someone bet you, do you think that'd come back? If I threw it, you'd say no. Yeah, so you guys spend about until like 4 p.m. sitting around this camp. The sun's starting to go down.
We need to
Alright.
go.
Fuck. Get out of here.
We tried.
Alright, so you guys head east out of the exploded wall from the Grand Fireball.
Doc, put this back in your hole. I'll give him the hole cage.
What were you doing rummaging around in my hole?
Ow, looking for stuff.
Did you take anything else?
Nope.
There's a gerbil in here too.
God damn it.
Dribble with a 1,000-yard stare.
I was toying with the idea of cracking this bad boy open with my crowbar, but I decided not to.
You guys head east out of town on, if you remember, the well-maintained cobbled road. You guys get a good distance out of town and set up camp as the night sets, and
I'm going to bed. Don't wake me up.
I'm gonna. Never mind.
yeah, if there's you guys can decide what your plans are. If you have anything better than wagon.
Honestly,
Other than
no.
that, this is probably a good start to stop if you guys want to talk about it more, or we can call it early.
I think best course of action is just getting close and taking a better look. They were at a pretty good distance 3 days ago, so who knows how far away they got.
I was gonna say it's gonna be a lot of catching up to do.
They might be coming back, but
They
we
might
are
be
on
coming.
foot, so we can move a lot quicker.
Also, we don't even know where we're going.
They're hauling cargo. They're not moving fast.
You're probably right. They're still 2 days ahead of us.
Yeah. There might be someone
And
back. I don't know.
they may have motivation to make haste, depending on this project.
That's also very true.
So if they're forging the souls, or like the little soul things, and they're collecting them, and then they're leaving? Why would they leave 4 guys behind?
I think they're collecting the metal to make those soul things.
Well, they were making them right there.
Who even...
True.
Do we even know if those 4 guys were connected to the caravan?
No. We're assuming so.
They could have charged it.
I'm
guess
just
they
trying
could've
to
made-
connect the dots, because when we questioned that body, he said that the bishop needs it, or is using it on his orders, to build something to encase contain souls, but it went east.
Yeah.
So is the bishop in cahoots with Endria to build this thing?
We don't know for sure, but they're in the same location.
I wish we got a closer look at their banners. They might have camps along the way.
True.
Maybe they're, middlemen. Maybe they're hired contract. that
Wasn't
stay
this
in these
place
camps.
kind of removed from maps that we're going to?
You guys don't know where you're going.
No, we don't.
Endria itself was removed from maps. But it's also half a continent on the far side of things. It's not just over the mountain, it's across the entire country that's over the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, if this place is removed from
you guys
maps,
are just following where you saw the caravan heading, which was on this road to the pass.
yeah. Can't imagine people are too friendly out here if the place has been removed from maps. This is all
You
I'm
guys
trying
know
to say.
that the country over the mountains is called Drinta. And it is a country, but it is... The land is kind of ravaged and harsh. Ever since the end of the Great Bounty, it's got the most hostile landscape of any of the natural areas. And there are groups there, but there's not like a central government. There's like tribal, it's more of a tribal kind of pockets of cultures. And they are generally aggressive. Not to like individuals, people, you could travel there, but to large influence from other countries, like if whenever multiple ships from other countries come, they get attacked. There's some light trade and things like that happen, but that's kind of on the world stage what Drinta is known for.
All right.
The wagons.
Yeah, we're just trying to catch up to them. Walk until we see them. I think our end point is the end of the past. I don't think we go further than that. We don't know what we're up against after the mountains, or even in the mountains.
Yes, but it seems
I wonder if they're not taking
seems
this
like an
shit
early stop.
to old Endria.
Well, their path either way is going to be clear or dangerous if people know what they're doing.
I mean, if they're carrying this stuff, it has to be important. And when you're cargoing important things, what I learned is that you protect the pathway.
But you guys saw the caravan was not a small... It wasn't like a wagon. It was like 60...
Yeah, it was
like
huge.
3 or 4 wagons. Like 60 walking people. And it was a unit.
You don't just guard the stuff, you guard the path.
Exactly.
That's the insurance. So we may run into
Patrols?
people keeping watch at all times.
You can feel free to ask, like, I know there's been a ton of lore drops and stuff, so if you have a fuzzy memory of something or want clarification of, like, what did we see, feel free to...
I just remember them being a blur. But Endria is off the map. Drinta is the name of the country. There's another
Drinta
city.
is the country that is there.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And then
Yeah.
there's another city, right? In Drinta, from what let me pull up the map.
I mean, there's several cities in Drinta.
But none that are on our map.
Do we know the general area that Endria is?
So Drinta, no, that's what's been erased
Okay.
from the map.
Okay, so we
The
don't
rest of it,
know
like, there is some common knowledge of Drinta. Like, it is another culture, another place, but it's just harsh. The environment's harsh, which has made the people harsh, and they've had to live these long hundreds of years fighting the weather, the environment, the wildlife.
Are we going into like a level 10 area in an RPG? Like,
Maybe. Who
it's
knows?
open world, but you're gonna get your cheeks clapped.
We're gonna know pretty quickly.
We also have Relendor issues to fucking deal with.
So you guys have the leads in Relendor, you have the civil, or the war that's beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Hanging Valley stuff.
We don't even know how to contact them.
Didn't we have something that related to Malin's port too?
The note from the warden said that he was heading to an enclave in Malin's port. The one that you found from the dead warden, so... You have confirmation of at least one more enclave in Malinsport for the Ink Warden stuff. On Sister Windrave, she was speaking to she had a note that I think had, let me find the note here.
So the Archbishop, wasn't it?
No, it was a different
That was
character.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
He was in Malinsport too, I think. It was this note, which I'll send again. That was found on Sister Windrave. Also, this was found. So these were the two notes that you guys had on Windrave.
Yeah. Melwin Voss.
So there's some Tesuliat names you've gotten from that faction with Sister Windrave. The one who Thalmor's son was the one who had claimed he received the relic that was once Father Artorius's. So he may have he has knowledge of at least who was potentially responsible for that. But those are the... I was trying to open the sandbox, but I'm sensing it's too open.
No, it's just we're trying to prioritize things that maybe don't need a priority at this point.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, we were missioned here for Relendor stuff, and then we're just like, ooh, shiny. To the wagon.
Yeah, you were sent to Relendor, and then you picked up the lead on the Tesuliat stuff, and then Mudang gave a lead to...
We originally came to the
August.
ruins for a book, and then the spirit thing.
Yes. Which you guys haven't found anything on the book yet.
Yeah.
And
nothing new.
And the spirit stuff, which now you guys have found this lead on these anchors for the spirit stuff that you came to figure out.
Yeah, so I think...
And you found that it's connected
Armistead is
to
just-
Tesuliat, and then also this whatever, where these wagons are going, and it's metal. So those are the Church of Tesuliat is doing something with the spirits, and for some reason it's going in the wagon direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you guys have not found the anything, but he did have a flashback to something about Endria. But there's missing middle connections there for the docked book.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's where we're at. We can end it here, and you guys can steep, and we can talk in the group chat. But yeah, I was trying to have a lot of options. I was kind of foreseeing a player arc going kind of here, because I feel like in a lot of games when I provide timetables, we push off sides things because it feels like we have to prioritize, we got to stop the thing. So I was trying not to do that, but I think maybe I've given too many options now, and it's feeling like,
it's okay.
feeling like, oh, I don't know what to do, because I didn't want to force you guys down a path. So it's kind of lots of people have personal stories around.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the overarching threads of story that you guys are kind of starting to pull on.
Yeah. I mean,
something with spirits and undead and a historical clash.
We can kind of keep going this route, pulling threads, or go down someone's personal arc or something. I don't think it would be mine at this point, but maybe. I don't know who.
I just
Would
gotta
be
see the
either
banners.
mine or August, I think.
Yeah.
But now that we're talking about it, I think we do need to head back to
Honestly.
Relendor. And
Yeah, I think I mean it wouldn't hurt to camp out here for a couple days just to see. But I don't think spending this much time with a 3-day,
Gap.
How many nights
Yeah.
do you want to spend in the city?
Right? Yeah.
We'll camp
Hotels
outside
are
the city.
expensive.
Yeah, I guess we'll just camping.
We'll head to Armistead then. New Armistead.
The big old city.
The big old city.
Yeah, so we'll end there as you guys camp out and consider the... Tried to make a large web. It feels large.
It is large.
I showed you guys my graph of the links. But yeah.
It'll start connecting, and then it'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know, I feel like we're in session 24, and I was like, has anything happened?
Yep, I know that. feeling.
We're
I've
seeing
got
the
some
pieces.
stuff.
We're just deciding which one we want to put down first.
I mean, I feel like the Path of Friendship and Wharftown arc was cool. So, I mean, things have happened, but it's just the nature of when you level up, the thing that you did is not a big deal. Of like, we helped the city. And then you're like, the world's on fire. And you're like,
How
oh,
about
shit.
yours?
We helped a town. The dead spirits are not traveling to the afterlife. Okay. This feels like a higher level problem than my level 4. Like, that dude fucked a pig.
Doc's putting brooches up his butt.
But yeah,
The old butt brooch.
we'll call it there.
Nice.
Bye, stream.
Oh yeah. Bye,
Alright.
stream. No, I'm excited though.